Do you have a minute for God today? If you do, that is amazing. I'm so happy for you. And today we're looking at Isaiah 51. Now I'm really going to try and make this video as short as possible because I don't want your guys' attention span to go like through the roof. But there are also so many incredible verses in this chapter, so I'm going to try and include all of them. First is verse 4, and it says, "Listen to me, my people, and give ear to me, O my nation. For law will proceed from me, and I will make my justice rest as a light of the peoples." God calls his people, aka us, to really listen to his promises of salvation because it will bring such justice and righteousness as like a guiding light to everyone. So we really need to put our trust in the Lord because he knows what is best for us. We can't trust ourselves because what do we know? The heck, we sin every day. But God does know everything, so all we need to do is trust him and he will guide us. Next is verse 11, which reads, "So the ransomed for the Lord shall return and come to Zion with singing. With everlasting joy on their heads they shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away." By the way, guys, I've got all of my notes here, so if I'm obviously reading off a piece of paper, this is why I have written everything down, because I can't memorize everything. But this verse is saying that God replaces sorrow with everlasting joy, offering a future with no more pain. God wants what's best for us. He's not a controlling God who thinks of us to be perfect. He wants us to go to him imperfect so that we can be clean in him and that he can shape us into the person he wants us to be. Next is actually verse 12 right after 11, and I've also got 13, but for 12 it reads, "I, even I, am he who comforts you. Who are you that you should be afraid of a man who will die, and of the son of a man who will be made like grass?" This verse is so smart, and it really makes you think, and it makes you not feel like dumb, but it makes you really realize what we're doing wrong, because God is the ultimate source of comfort and protection, and he's urging us to not fear of human threats or circumstances or anything like that, but to trust in his sovereign power instead. Because it says, "Who are you that you should be afraid of a man who will die?" And this leads well into verse 13, which reads, "And you forget the Lord your Maker, who stretched out the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth. You have feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, when he has prepared to destroy. And where is the fury of the oppressor?" And again, believers should not fear human oppressors because they are mortal and temporary. Everything on this earth is temporary, but God is eternal. The only judgment we should care about is God's judgment and his view on us. We don't need to fear the world because it's temporary and all of it will be gone one day. But we need to fear the Lord because he is everlasting. Now we're moving on to verse 22, and it says, "Thus says your Lord, the Lord and your God, who pleads the cause of his people. See, I have taken out your hand the cup of trembling, the dregs of the cup of my fury, you shall no longer drink it." And this shows that God is the compassionate defender of his people, promising to end their season of divine judgment and suffering. If we go to God, God will clean us and will be free in God. And in verse 23 it says, "But I will put it into the hand of those who afflict you, who have said to you, 'Lie down that we may walk over you.' And you have laid your body like the ground, and as the street for those who walk over." And again, God is the ultimate judge who reverses the suffering of his people. And he does this by transferring the cup of wrath, which is basically referring to the judgment, from them to their oppressors. Them being us, and the oppressors being the people in this earth who look down on us. Overall, this whole chapter shows that God is the source of comfort, salvation, and righteousness. And we can go to him if we are having any struggles because he will protect us and guide us in everything we do. I really hope this spoke to you today. This is obviously my first video, so I hope you guys like it. And just remember that God loves you so much.